I trust you are doing well. How are you doing? Hope you guys are doing very well. And how is your business? Hope they are doing fine. How is your household? Are you getting the money? Because that's the cocoa. Are you getting the money? So that thing that we have been doing, that has been posing food on your table, my good God will keep strengthening it. And on this note, welcome to my show. Welcome to PM Talks Live, and this is the opening show. Yeah, this is the opening show. As you can see, this is the opening show. I remain Toby Pagemaker, and with me here is a like-minded colleague. And today we'll be talking about something that is great. She go by the name Abolanle today. Am I right? Yeah, you're welcome to PM Talks Live. The invitation got to you very late, and you honored it. Some people, I invited some people, and they terminated the appointment just because of things that is going on in our community. And I'm happy I have you here. Today we'll be talking about something very, very important, something we need to talk about, the kind of education we need to give our community. Of course, you know us, we love educating our people, we love giving it to them. There are things that are going on that we cannot or we may not learn in our churches, in our mosques, even in any of the gatherings. We may not learn in schools. There are things our parents might not tell us, maybe because they are shy, or maybe because I don't just know. But on this note, we'll be talking about child cruelty, talking about child molestation, talking about our own way of disciplining our children. Yeah, let me put it that way. Our own way of disciplining our children. Maybe, in an African home, there are a lot of things we pass through. Yeah, someone like me, there are a lot of things we pass through, and there are a lot of things all those children are passing through out there. And this is why we are here. We'll be talking about child molestation, we'll be talking about child cruelty, we'll be talking about child harassment, child ruthlessness, and as it may. Yeah, that's what we'll be discussing here. My colleague here, like I said, she's in like mind. She has been helping the community with a lot of campaign. Yeah, a lot of campaign, humanitarian campaign, like girl child campaign and all the stuff. She'll be talking more about that. And so I want you to get set. I want you to just put on your headset to enjoy us the most. So yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, my sister. I'm happy I'm having you here again because it's been a while. It's been a while. We have been trying to do this kind of thing. And then what actually is child molestation? Or let me put it this way. Yeah, what is child molestation? What can you say about child molestation?
Well, thank you, my brother. I'm happy to be here as well. Thank you for the invitation. You see, this topic you asked me to come and talk on is a very I didn't know the word to use.
That means you cannot finish it. That means you cannot finish it today.
You cannot finish it as a goal. So I want us to break it down to child abuse, child maltreatment, child molestation, and this is any act or attitude either from parents, guardians, or any adults to a child that is not beneficial to the welfare of that child. And the child we are talking about is any person below 18 years of age.
Anybody below 18 years
below 18 years of age is still a child. So any acts from any adults to any child that is against the welfare, that's against the well-being of such child is what we can term as child molestation, child abuse, and the likes. And they are in various forms. We have about 4. So I will start with physical abuse. So physical abuse is non-accidental injury inflicted on a child.
Non-accidental injury.
Inflicted on a child. It is not accidental, it is intentional.
A deliberate act.
Deliberate act. Example is beating with cane, stick. You see some parents, they could use anything to beat a child. Whatever they could lay their hands on at that moment. They can even, we see parents that can even throw stone. Whatever they can lay their hands on at that moment, they will use it. So use of cane, beating. You see sometimes, it still happens now. You see some women, they will subject their female child. Maybe they sent such girl on errand and probably she came back late.
Okay.
They would begin to check the private part. Some will add pepper before beating. You see some parents they will rub pepper on the body of the child. Some will sprinkle water on the body of a child before beating. So
in the name of discipline.
In the name of discipline. So that is physical abuse. We have sexual abuse as well. So sexual abuse is something that is common in our community. We see the case of the pedophiles, molesting children. You will hear in the news a man of 40 years abusing 3-year-old girl and the likes. So sexual abuse is another part of child molestation. Another one we have is child neglect. Child neglect.
Okay.
And this is in form that you see some parents, they don't care about their child. No care, no attention, no supervision on the child. You see some, they will just drop their kid with one grandma in the village and they go about their life. A lot of things like that. And the last one I want to talk about is emotional abuse. Emotional abuse. And this is the part that most times majority of us we don't really dwell on it, and it's one of the things that have a lot of effects on the children. What is emotional abuse? That is any impairment to the mental well-being of a child. It's about the self-worth of it. You see some parents telling their children that I knew what will they they're always saying bad things about their children. You by a mistake. You came at the time that I don't need you, It affects the self-worth of any child. When you tell the child maybe you see some parents telling their children, all those things, shouting on the children, maybe to keep them silent. And at times, maybe our child is talking to us, we decide not to answer. Just keep quiet. Those acts and this emotional abuse, they leave a landmark effect on the child. Even when the child, you see maybe a lady. Maybe they always tell the child when she was small that it's fine, these are the things we will see every now and then.
It happens,
when you meet some adults, they will tell you that when I was young, they used to tell me this, and they have actually pictured their mind to you that I'm not good. I'm not beautiful. So all those emotional abuse is one greater part of the things that children pass through, that oftentimes our society has neglected. And I want to tell the parents, you don't have to shout on your children. You don't have to compare them. Those are the mistakes that most of our parents, you don't compare, because maybe at the long run we will talk. I want to talk about parenting. So I think that will fall under the courses.
We will talk about that. We will talk about that. See, that means this thing we're talking about has a huge lot of effect on our children.
Yes, below the age of 18 is the fundamental life of human being.
Foundational.
Is the foundation. So wherever the child has pictured, like someone that is being told that you are not beautiful and they like, so when the person grows up,
no one else can convince them.
Exactly, because they have grown up with that mindset that I'm not fine, I'm not intelligent, I'm not brilliant. So below 18 years is the fundamental stage of human life. And we know the foundation, just like the foundation of a house. How strong the foundation is will determine the longevity of that building. And if the foundation is not strong, the house will collapse. So below 18 years is the fundamental stage of a child. So parents, adults, siblings, we need to be careful of what we put into a child.
Please, sis, can we tailor this? Can we connect this? Because there are some children that they are growing up to be a dullard. Maybe the kind of the mindset they gain from their parents. I can say I am a testimony, because I was being smashed. Even this blade of the thing you're talking about. In fact, it got to a level that even if you did something, those times that maybe we got home late, we will not even eat. We be denied of food. So we will not eat. We go back. There are some of us that we were beaten when asleep.
Yes.
You know, those kind of brutality, those kind of molestation,
those
it has a kind of
physical
effect.
yes.
It has a kind of effect on our mindset.
Yes.
The way we think, the way we see things, we'll be like, why is this one different from me? So I'm trying to connect it with what we're talking about. So what are before we talk about how we can educate our parents, because we really need to talk about that. They need to know. You said something about it is not until when they started smashing their children, it's not until when they start staffing them of what they are, their entitlement, before they can correct them. And we talk about that. What are the effects? What are the effects? You talked about effects. You have said something about it. We want to know what are the other effects that this could cause to a children. I mean, to a child.
Let me start from here. For every of our action, there will always be an effect.
Of course.
We should put that at the back of our mind. Okay, for a child that the parents will always beat when the child is asleep. We have some parents that during the time that maybe a child did something wrong, they will not say anything. And in the middle of the night, when there will be no one to rescue that child. We see some parents.
They will even lock the door so that no one will come.
Though it's necessary at times, but it shouldn't be the only means. Beating, assault shouldn't be the only means of disciplining a child. You see, there are a lot of effects. We'll see some children that at the long run, even the beating, stabbing them, do not have effect on them. They will still commit that.
Yeah, because is it not more than the ordinary beating? You beat me,
you
not give me food. So don't worry now.
So at times, our method, they are not even working.
They are not really effective.
They are not really effective. And we'll see children growing up with this mindset.
Okay.
So there is possibility of many of them doing the same thing, because this is what they have passed through. So you see, I used to tell some girls that, see, we don't have to blame our parents. Okay. You know, this was the same upbringing that they have. So they didn't know, and you see, whatever you don't know, you don't know it. So most of them didn't know that there are even better ways to discipline a child. So you see this, most of the children will see outside in illegalism, robbery, thuggery. See, we cannot remove these aspects from the reason why they turn out.
And the mother will be like, and I trained you. Is this
I used to beat him up.
I used to beat him.
And it affects the psychology of the child as well. It affects the thinking. When a child that is being told, you cannot amount to anything, and the child will begin to be, I can't do anything on my own. Maybe
that's one of the reasons some countries do against child smashing.
You can't just beat any child. You go to jail. Yes, for beating a child, you go to jail. So it have an aftermath effect on child. But you see, when you correct your child, maybe you smash or you beat, but you do taba for war or whatever. So they are want to encourage our parents, even when we beat, we discipline, let us call them, sit the child down. This is the reason why I beat you. This is the reason why I punished you. Because this thing is not good. And we'll explain to that child the reason why it's not good. What will be the consequences? Not that we'll just beat, we'll starve. And I want to tell our parents too, for no reason, we should not starve our children. For no reason. We could punish, beat, sit the child down and talk sense. But starving is not part of it. Over time, we'll see that it's not working.
You'll be like,
is not. That is when the child will go and steal. Because he's hungry.
They'll be looking for alternative now.
The child is hungry. So the child will go and steal. And that's when you see a child stealing bread, 15 naira bread, 100 naira bread, things that doesn't worth it.
And if the child is a girl, she will be trying all means just to feed herself.
So when we come to part of sexual abuse, that one too, it has an aftermath effect. You will see most of the child, both male and female, that has been abused. When they are a child, they don't have good relationship with the opposite sex. In fact, they don't believe that good men or good ladies still exist because you see child that has been molested by uncles, by brothers they trusted. You know, they will lose trust. They will be afraid to engage in any type of relationship. And coming down to the emotional, I've talked about it as well. The emotional stuff. It's in fact that's every of the abuse. It has an aftermath. You know, for the physical abuse, you know, you begin to they withdraw. Part of the effect of child abuse, they will withdraw. Maybe when other children are playing, they will withdraw. You may even send them on errands to a particular place. They will not want to go. Maybe there's someone in that part that is molesting them. They will not want to go. And even it affects their academics. Even a child that is brilliant, that is being emotionally abused, it could affect the performance in school. Because most time the child will be thinking, crying. The child will not be able to focus on there. So there are a lot of effects. Honestly.
This means our parents should be observant. They should be observing their children. They should be concerned about the way they do, so that if you are paying a close attention to your children well-being, to the way they are doing, maybe academically or physically or in any aspect. Before we go into talking about the way our parents, the way they can, the alternative ways, instead of you smashing them, staffing them, what you should do, what they could do, instead of because you know some people will be like, okay, you stop going to school. I have seen some parents, that they stop their children from going to private school. Maybe because the lady the girl or the boy turned out to be a stubborn one. So they'll be like, okay, you stop going to Ifeolu. That Ifeolu that you are going, you stop going there. Your mates are in the say, I cannot keep wasting my money. And you, this stubborn. So what kind of advice, what kind of parenting tips can you give to those the parents that are doing that?
Okay, well, I'm not a parent yet, but I'll still try to, from observations, from research. So I want to actually talk. You see, parenting is a big work. Parenting is a big work, you know, and it is one of the things that we'll be accountable for, because these children, they are in our care. So we are still we actually give accounts on those children. See, like I said, parenting is a big work. So our parents, they need the wisdom of God. Because you see, children are not the same. Even twins that are born on the same day, they are not of the same character. So first thing first that our parents should know is that their children are not of the same character. So firstly, the parents should know their children. They should know them from one another. It's possible that this child is brilliant academically. The other may be good in arts. But many parents are not ready to study their kids, to actually know their potential. So for the one that is actually good in arts, see, first position, those are the things that bring about emotional abuse.
They're making those children feel
inferior. They are destroying their self-worth. But when we actually study our words to know, okay, this one is actually good in academics, this one is good in arts, okay, this one is good in drumming, this one is good in this aspect. It is that aspect they will dwell on. And that aspect that the child is actually good on will help the child to improve in his or academics. But so when the children bring their report card, still got 5th position. See that your brother, he got 1st position and the prize. Whereas when we look at maybe at their report from school, we will see the subjects. That okay, this child is actually good in biology. Okay, the other is actually good in physics. You know, that is 2 different things. So parents, we should not compare our child. This is one of the things that really affects children when you begin to compare siblings. And we will not shy away from the fact that, like I said, children are not the same. And there is possibility that we like one than the other. Parents should not show it. You know, there are some children that they are stubborn. They are naturally stubborn. So, and you will see one that is quiet. No, let me use myself as an example. When I was still in school, I don't go out. Whenever I come back from school, I will be indoor. But for my sister, she is outspoken. For everybody that comes, she will begin to ask questions. What is this? What is that? But as for me, I will not ask anything. I will always stay indoor. I will not go out. You know, we are two different beings. There is, and as for me, even that I'm indoor type, there are things that I can do well. There are things that my sister, she can do well. So when parents begin to understand, is understanding. When we understand their parents, this smashing, beating of it, pay close attention to your children. Know what child A is really interested in. Know what child B is really interested in. So from there, encourage each child in what he or she is interested in. From there, you can improve the academics of the one that is not actually doing well. So we should not compare. And like I said earlier, well, we must correct our children. We must correct them. It is necessary and important that we correct them. Even when we beat, we know that in this our community, in this our setting, we cannot remove beating. Even the Bible said it. The Bible said it.
They quoted the part even when they didn't know where the Bible said it.
So we should use rod on our children but it should be all the time. It shouldn't be
the only means of correction.
It shouldn't be the only means of. There are times that we could just. Even in the night that someone will go and beat the children, why not call that child? Sit the child down. Okay, this that you have done is not good. See somebody that have done that. We can tell them examples of someone that have done that before and see the aftermath. And look at the other. You see, that one is different from comparison. You're actually letting them see good examples from enlightening them that see this person, you see, she's in school, she's doing well. Can you see? She's not following guys up and down. She's not following boys up and down. She faced that studies.
Let me quickly chip in this. What can you say about a girl child, a girl of 16 years of age, running after man?
Okay.
A girl came to my house. I wasn't around though. So she said her dad told her to go and bring that man that she has been moving with. I was like, a girl of 16 years, you as a father, telling her to go and bring, you want to know him so that you know that, okay, well, this is my daughter's husband. So what kind of mindset, how can we just correct that in our society?
Okay, well, in this society, there are a lot of things, we'll just try our best. Okay, like now, I'm actually into that aspect, girl-child development. Okay. You see, and that is the reason why my NGO will be going from schools to schools to actually enlighten this girl on what they should prioritize now. There's actually time for everything. What should be their priority now? And we go out, in my team, we have lawyer, nurse, pharmacist. So we go about to let them know that we are all from this community as well, and we are all doing well in our various careers. So we go about to tell them what should be their priority now. So when they know that, okay, this is what this person sets as priority, okay, let me set this priority as well. So when they know the right thing to do, you see this issue of following boys up and down will reduce. When they actually, and when they could see, okay, this person follow this path, okay, let me follow this path. As well. But you see, majority of them, especially in this community, what they see around them is their auntie who is already pregnant without anybody that is responsible. Imagine. That is what they see every now and then. And that is why we are going to let them know that we are from this community as well. That there are females doing well. And that the time will come. You see, the time for man will come. So when they are enlightened, when they are orientated. And you see, for a father that we don't know, maybe the father actually wants to bring in some corrective measures. But we see some father that we ask their child daughter, let me use that word, to go and bring, well, we will continue our work, we'll continue with our campaign. We may not really eradicate it, but at least there will be a reduction. When a girl actually knows what he wants to do, Even if the father asks her to go and bring, daddy, I want to go to school. This is what I want to pursue my career. I want to go for this course. And even if a father, a sensible and responsible father, even heard the daughter say, I want to go to school. The father, okay, you are serious. But you see, most of the fathers will say that, oh, you are not even serious. So
just go. But
even when the father said that, and the daughter, daddy, please, I want to go to school. You see, I want to be like so person. The father too will be, the parents will be encouraged. Okay. So and that is why we'll be about enlightening them that females are doing well in various. There's no career you will not find, be it engineering works, be it medicine, be it agriculture. You see females doing fine. That, and in fact, we go down, show them pictures, tell them this person is in this parastatal holding this position.
Yeah, before we talk about mothers leaving their children with their mothers, why they travel out maybe to find something. Yeah, if you are just joining the show, this is PM Talks Live, and we have been doing it since morning, and this is bringing us to the end of the show. We're talking about child cruelty, we're talking about molestation, harassment, child abuse, and all of that things that are connected. Yeah, we talked about our the physical effect of what we are doing, a physical way that we have been molesting our children, the likes of smashing, starving, and the likes. So we're talking about parents paying a close attention to our children. Yeah, it is expected of us. If you are paying their school fees, if you are paying their tuition fees, of course, we should know how good they are doing, and we should try and dictate and discover their potentials.
Let me come in there. You know, as parents, even when we provide everything for our child, you know, we provide food, provide clothes, pay the school fees on time. Let's be closer to our parents. There should be time that will come as families, sit together, talk, you know, gist. From there, you
will
know,
tell you some things you are supposed to know.
You see, especially mothers. Mothers, if your daughter will not walk up to you and say, mommy, this is what happened to me in school. You are missing.
I'm sorry to say you are failing as a mother.
As mothers, our child, even a boy child, to be able to come to us and say, daddy, something happened in school today. So everything should not be about money, clothes for the children, this and this. We should sit down with our children. There should be family time out. Okay, we may not have beach here. Even in the house, sit down together, eat together. From there, you know, if there is this form of, I don't know, relationship between parents and children, they'll be free to speak out their mind. But you see most girls, they will go and talk to their friend. Because when they want to meet their mother, mom, a boy told me in school, the mother, you will get pregnant. You will get. The next time the girl will not come. We've seen this a lot. The girl will not come. But when you sit and say, tell me, what is it? What happened? Tell me, who is the boy? So what did you now say? No, the child will speak out everything. We should not be harsh. We should be friendly. That's what I want to use. Parents, we should be friendly with our kids. Let's be friends so that they will come back from school. And because see, a lot of things happens in school. A lot of things happens to teenagers out there. And if a child will not come home and tell the parents, but if the child will come and say, Mom, this is what happened to me today, then you know. You know, I actually have a case of a girl like that came home to tell her, Mom, this boy toasted me today. So, and the parents, they took action. They work on it. So, but especially mothers, you know, everything should not be, you will be pregnant. That boy touching you will be pregnant. Let's tell them the reality. You know, when we are growing up as a girl, when you started menstruating, talk with you for walking. But see, that's not the reality of the day. Let us tell the real that if you do this and do this.
Let's just stop confusing them.
So sex education that's another topic.
That's another topic.
On its own, we'll not go into that. But we should just be friendly. Parents, father, mothers, not mothers alone. We should be. There is this bond between father and daughter. That have come to realize father and daughter, you know, and. But when we are friendly with our kids, they will talk.
Know more of them. They will tell us more what is happening with them. Thank you. I so much appreciate you. Yeah, you know, it is not easy. It is not easy to, because I want to make another request, because we will be inviting you again. There is still more to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah, because if we should be educating, we'll be talking about giving back to our community. I mean, opening their eyes to things they're supposed to know. It is not that easy. Yeah, you know, when you try to change, maybe you have a lefty, you're trying to change them to right. It's not
wrong.
easy. It's not easy. So this is something we need to tell our community, we need to tell our people. It is something we pass through. Yeah, I passed through this thing, and this thing is not right. We need to educate our parents. Yeah, you know, if you call a kind of gathering like, okay, come out for seminar, most of them won't come. Yeah, this is one of the channels we can just bring information close to them, bring the education close to them, that okay, come and know this. And this is what we have been talking about. We have been saying there are another ways. There are many ways you can correct your children. There are ways you can let them understand the reality of life, other than you beating them, other than you depriving them of what they should. You know, some parents will be like, this Ileya, I'm not buying you anything.
Yes.
I'm not. So we should just stop all those things, open their eyes to what they should know. Yeah, with that, yeah, you'll be praised as a parent, you'll be praised as a mother.
And our parents need to know that time is changing.
So they cannot compare their own time. No. They are very different. They are very different. And this brings us to the end of the show. Thank you for joining us. You can do well by subscribing to our YouTube channel, PM Talks Live on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, PM Radio. And you can contact us on WhatsApp, 08100661673. Thank you. See you next time.